Good afternoon, everyone. I am Leslye with What Leslye Loves, and in today's video, I am going to be doing the Coach Superlatives tag. And so Julie from Agent Bag Reviews, thank you for tagging me. I thought this was a perfect one to join in on. So without further ado, I am just going to go ahead and get started. But first, there's always a but first. I'm so close. I am so close, inching my way to 1,000 subscribers. To those of you that have shared my page on your community tab and on Instagram, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It's a milestone I didn't think I was going to hit as soon as I am, but I'm grateful regardless. So my next couple videos, I guess I have a couple videos planned, but once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm planning on doing a Q&A. So in this video, if there's anything that you've just been dying to know, as long as it's appropriate, I will be answering that in my 1,000 subscriber fun video with a possible giveaway. So enough about that. Let's get to the stuff you're really here for. So this video was a tag that I believe Julie made, and it was perfect for me to join in because, as many of you can see from my videos that I have, I really am in my Coach era. And this will be a video for another day, but I really parted ways with a lot of my luxury items. I don't own any pieces of Louis Vuitton, and I used to have quite a bit. Different brands, and really I didn't do that because I guess it's kind of becoming the trendy thing. I did it because I wasn't using it and I want to use my stuff. So I loved this video and I loved this tag because it just kind of was like a perfect timing as I was reassessing and really looking at where I've landed at, because I was a little naughtier. In purging, I also brought in stuff, and but this tag, again, it came in perfect timing. So let me get started. I do have my notes because I'm old and I can't hold anything in my head for the life of me, but we have 9 categories. And so I'm gonna jump right in. First one is the most worn. Currently, to date, my most worn bag is my Coach Cassie in black. She's my only Cassie I have left. I used to have a lot of these, but I really just wore the black one. So I'm like, let me pass it on, because I had the taupe one, I had the chalk one, the monogram one, of course. Time out, the trash is here. All right, sorry, of course, on the day that I'm like, let me find a new filming corner or spot. I'm in my office and I really want to try, because I usually get pretty good light here, but today is trash day, so there's never the perfect spot. Anyhow, I had a lot of these. I'm down to this one, and I love this one. I use it quite a bit. It's kind of like my Boss Babe bag, because usually for like my work purposes, I don't really need a big bag. So this is usually the bag that I take to closings or to an initial meeting. I just love her because she looks like a little briefcase. So most worn. There were some, this is the only category that I'm gonna cheat a little bit, because I said that this is like to date currently, but I thought it wouldn't be fair to share my Coach Soft Empire 28 in honey. I've been wearing this a ton. I basically live in this one. So she's currently really and truly my most worn bag, but the Cassie, she's been around for longer, so I've gotten a lot more wear out of that one because I was really into that silhouette of bag. So this is an honorable mention, and this is also an honorable mention, the Coach Hobo. I think this is technically in the men's collection, but it comes with a web strap, it comes with a long leather strap, it comes with a short strap to carry it shoulder carry. I wear this a lot more than I think or thought that I would, just because when I don't want to reach for like a belt bag or a nylon bag and I want to look a little bit more put together, this does the trick, which is very surprising because it's silver hardware and it's chalk. I'm changing. Your girl is changing. So that was an honorable mention. My little baby's here falling. And all right, my least worn is my Coach Cassie 17, and I have it with a little bow strap. Oh, this is so cute. I did use this during the holidays. And I thought that this would be a great like event bag, but I haven't really gone to events and I really don't. But in the event that I go, pun intended or not intended, in the event that I go to an event and I need a smaller bag, this is why I got it, because I noticed I had a hole in my collection. And then when I saw this come out, and then I think someone had done a video with the bow chain, I was like, sold, I need it now. And it was on sale at Macy's. Best deal ever, but least worn. My favorite. I have revealed this already on Instagram, but I haven't done a formal reveal, and I kind of feel like she deserves to have a formal reveal, but such is life. You don't always get to do everything in the perfect sequential order that you want to, but my favorite bag, and it's not fair because I just got her, but I knew that she was going to be a favorite. Let me just show you. I don't think you're surprised at which one I'm turning to, but the Coach Empire 26 in Sage. I'm still like screaming and shouting over it. I'm wearing her today. Oh, the sewing report. I got a couple bandeaus from her. Ooh, I'm showing you my notes. We can't do that. I got a couple bandeaus from her, and I just thought this was perfect on it. And my sweet handbag, well, my bestie, Jessie from Jessie and the Bags, got me this Twilly because she knew when this was happening in real time. So thank you. This is my favorite. Like, I think we all know I have a thing with the Empire. It's my favorite bag. So of course it was going to be an Empire, but I thought I'm going to wait to do, like, it's like everything just worked out like it was supposed to and it was meant to be, because I had this video in the docket, but this bag was nowhere in sight. Like, I had thought it wasn't going to happen. That's a video for another day, but she's my favorite, and I'm not one for colors, but the sage just works. So Empire 26 in Sage is my favorite bag. Now, I don't know why I set her down, because, and again, this might be cheating, but I know that this is probably going to be my most admired bag, only because I had a lot of people on Instagram who had a vested interest in me getting my hands on this bag, because I had to pass it up a couple times because I wasn't willing to pay a certain price for it. I really wanted to get it for what I ended up getting it for. And again, story for another day, but she's already getting so much attention. I say a runner-up, and I said I wasn't going to do this, but a runner-up is probably my Honey Empire. That one I've gotten just so many questions about. But I'm going to say this one because people were just so invested in me finding one and sending me when they would see one for sale. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you get more live and real-time updates on there. So follow me. I will put it below, but at what Leslye Loves. But most admired. All right, number 5 is favorite 1941 bag. Now, 1941 bag has a very specific legacy style bag for Coach. So usually, when I think of a 1941 bag, I always think of the Rogue. I think of the Ruby Satchel more recently. And a 1941 bag usually comes with a nicer hang tag, and that's probably the gripe that people have with the Empires, but you'll know it by these markings, and I hope that my camera will. There you go, right there. That's your 1941, your indication that it's a 1941 bag. Am I one that needs to have a 1941 bag? No, but it just happens to be a silhouette that is a 1941 bag, and I'm grateful for it. I do wish it came with a fancier hang tag, but I'm okay with this one. The Empire is my favorite 1941 bag, and I think we can see that. We have one here, and we have one here, but clearly the Empire is my favorite 1941 bag. Next category. All right, number 6 is most sentimental Coach bag, and I feel like my handbag journey started with this bag. This was probably why I loved this particular silhouette for as long as I did. It was given to me, it was right after my mom had passed, and I've done a video on this, but she's my favorite. She's the legacy of the Coach bags for me. Pun intended, because it is indeed the Coach legacy flat bag, and this is an oldie, but I ended up getting some of the T Rose charms put on her. I mean, you can see this was my one and only handbag for over 10 years, and I wore it almost exclusively every day. This one, it has gone with me almost everywhere. And I did stop wearing her once I really got into my handbag craze and obviously started having more in my collection, but she has remained. And since, I have purchased 2 others to pass on to my daughters. So this legacy bag will kind of go with each of my girls, but right now I'm holding on to this one and I love her. She is a flap style. She has a pocket in the back. Can you tell that I had a thing crossbody? And she's in great shape overall, but the other 2 are in better shape, so I'm super thrilled to have those 2 to pass on to my 2 other girls. But so the legacy bag is my most sentimental Coach bag for me. Best bang for your buck. I think this is easy and I'm totally gonna copy Julie on this one, but for me, to me, the best bang for your buck has got to be the Brooklyn. I'll put the price below because I can't remember anything, but this one's such a great bag, and it's, you know, full grain leather, and a lot of people have loved this bag. My only issue with it is that it doesn't stay on my shoulder, and it's kind of like too long to carry crook of the arm, but that's not what this category is about. It's about best bang for your buck. I think it's a great entry-level purse. I think it's a great everyday bag to toss around. Obviously, it'll get somewhere on these corners, but I love that it has a flat bottom, and it does say here, natural full grain leather. Hello, somebody needs to know her specs before she starts talking, and I just really love the minimal hardware. It really, really works, and I think how cute to dress her up with this little chain. It's just adorable. So best bang for your buck definitely goes to the Brooklyn 28. Category number 8 is biggest splurge, and this one is kind of tied somewhat, and I'll explain myself, but the biggest splurge is definitely, can you tell which one? It's definitely my Coach Empire 35, and this is in the black. With how large this bag is, and it can hold, I have a 14-inch laptop. A 14-inch laptop does fit in here. It's a lot of leather, so obviously the price is going to go up in comparison to some other bags, but you really do get a lot for this bag. It does come with a crossbody strap. I'll have to admit, I don't wear this. I really don't, and I think it's because I bought it because I was on a woman on a mission to find a work bag, and then I switched companies and I really didn't need a work bag of this size, but I've decided that this is kind of going to be the perfect bag, like for when I go to Bible study. It fits all my stuff, and on the occasion that I need to carry my laptop and everything with me. But this was a little bit of an investment, and at one point I had the 40, but I didn't end up keeping that one, and that one does retail for more. But this is the first one, and let me let you know what the runner-up is. She's back again. She obviously needs to be in every single category, but it's the runner-up. I paid a little bit of a premium for this one because of the color. This was only available overseas. Specifically, I think Singapore had it, Australia had it for a little bit, Japan. Oh gosh, anyhow. A lot of other countries but the United States had it. So I did have to pay a little bit extra for this. And when you purchase through something like Japan Rabbit or through a proxy website, you're paying in the currency of that country. So the yen exchange to the US dollar exchange obviously was a little bit of a disadvantage there as well, but she was worth every penny. So technically I spent more money on her, but she cost almost just as much. But she's worth it, and I'm gonna love her and enjoy her, and she's a forever bag, and everybody in my family unanimously thinks she's a great bag for me, so win-win all the way around. If you're gonna use it, it's worth it. And for the final category, I'm going to stop constantly bringing out the Empire, but I think that's why I love that bag so much, is that it goes with a casual vibe, it goes with a more dressed up outfit. It really just works so well. But I really was like, okay, you've got to pick something else because you're gonna look ridiculous. But yes, I would have said this is my runner-up just because I typically wear this bag. You guys are gonna fall out of your chair, but I wear this in the crook of my arm, and I was not a crook of the arm person, but this is just very lightweight and soft and malleable, and the strap drop or handle drop on this is just perfect. And I walk around like this and I just feel like such a lady with it. But I was like, no, you need to pick something different. You absolutely need to. So as much as I wanted to pick this one, I feel like this one really does make me feel very put together. And that's what I personally think of when I think ladylike, just very put together, very elegant. So let me bring her out. Did you guess which one I picked? It's gonna be my Cassie. I just feel so elegant when I wear her, because if I'm carrying her, you know, on the side, kind of like a briefcase or crossbody, it's so easy to dress this up. I almost always have a twilly of some sort on this. So I just feel like it brings out the femininity of this bag. And although it's very structured in its silhouette and can feel very corporate, I just feel like it always puts my outfit together. Even if I'm wearing a pair of leggings, the Empire is kind of shaped like a dumpling, so I feel like that can look cutesy, where this just looks very elegant and put together all the time. So that was the final category. All right, that completes this tag. I've gotten through all 9. I'm sorry if I talked your ear off, but I felt like this was a super fun one to join in on. I am going to tag a few people below, so please definitely look down below and see if you were tagged. But to name a few, Jessie and the Bags, Nothing But Bags, All Over Dory, if I'm saying that right. I'm just gonna tag everybody that I can think of that I genuinely enjoy watching your videos, and know that you might check that description box. And if I missed you, please, I think this is a worthwhile tag to do, especially if you have a lot of Coach bags. But as Julie stated, it doesn't need to be with Coach. So if you feel like you have a lot of Dooney and Burke, or you have a lot of a certain brand, I think this is a fun way to look at your collection and assess what you have. And I feel really good because I'm looking at all of these and I love them all. They're all here to stay for a good while. I feel like I've really narrowed down and honed in on what works and what doesn't work. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe. I'm so close, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.